Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back to Vinny's Talk Show. So today, not today, it's the same time as the last video. But yeah, we're back with part 3 of this insane debate about biological men in women's sports and Dylan Mulvaney, how he's such an absolute woke left. I'm not going to say it anyway. Let's get straight into it.
He wouldn't be happy.
All right, wait, let's move on. I want to discuss a couple of other things before we finish. One is Oprah Winfrey. We may even get some agreement on this. We might do. Oprah Winfrey's fought back tears because she was basically caught taking these weight loss drugs, Ozempic, I think. She said it stopped her blaming herself for being unable to control her body shape with willpower. Of course, she was the front woman for Weight Watchers and had to give that up when she was caught not actually doing anything the Weight Watchers tells her to do, but basically taking a tablet to lose weight. I want to play the clip of Oprah talking.
Yeah, funny enough, I've never actually agreed with Weight Watchers. I don't think it makes actually a difference to anybody. I think it's just all processed food that does no one any good. I also think that I actually watched a clip of Piers Morgan. It was on Good Morning Britain. It was 3 obese activist women with a doctor and obviously Piers and the other co-host. And the women asked the doctor. They said, "What's the best way to lose weight?" And Piers Morgan said, "Eat less, do more exercise." And they all started kicking off because they know it's true, and it is so true. Eat less, do more exercise. Eat good food. Don't eat processed bullshit. Eat organic. Real foods, eat good meat, or if you're vegan, eat good veg, good fruit, all good.
Took on the shame that the world gave to me. For 25 years, making fun of my weight was national sport. And then I read the headline that Mr. Blackwell, the tastemaker of the time, called me bumpy, lumpy, and downright dumpy. Because when I tell you how many times I have blamed myself because you think I'm smart enough to figure this out, and then to hear all along it's you fighting your brain.
Now, the point, Esther, about this is I'm afraid I like Oprah.
Sorry.
Her a bit over the years, but she was caught basically defrauding.
She's essentially doping. It's like cheating. She's saying Weight Watchers and this stuff, but she's actually doing something that's causing her to lose weight. It may be pre-diabetic medication or MK677, which is also another weight loss drug you can take. She's essentially doping in the fact that she's said she's doing something that she's not. Instead, she's cheated and used a more efficient way to lose weight, which is actually false marketing. And the fact that she had the audacity to go on a show and cry about it is very, very pathetic.
The world, right? Because she was a spokeswoman for Weight Watchers, and yet quietly and secretly, and denied it, actually, she was taking one of these weight loss drugs. We think it may be Ozempic. It was something similar if it wasn't. But she was just caught.
Well, she's playing the same game that all celebrities do. She's following the money. You would never hear her talking about this if there wasn't a paycheck at the end of it. So I don't actually begrudge her for this. What I do begrudge her for is trying to play the victim and saying that I've taken on the burdens that the world has put on me. It's my fault. It is your fault. You choose what goes into your mouth and how much exercise you do. I don't believe in validating people's, and this goes back to Dylan Mulvaney, people's delusions, right? Things are black and white. Your actions related to your weight are directly because of what your diet and lifestyle. And I'm sorry, you can't blame anyone for that. You can sign a £12 million check and advertise for Ozempic if you want to, but don't lie to the public or pretend like we're stupid.
Yeah, Brandon, I mean, to me, it was the deceit and the hypocrisy. And I think it's been pretty damaging to Oprah, this. And no amount of her tears, pretty crocodile tears, I think, no amount of that is going to change my view that on this one, she really pulled a fast one on the public. And in particular, all those women that looked up to her and were following what they thought she represented.
Yeah, even women crying in the audience, it's just absolutely pathetic.
And their guide to how you lose weight, when in fact she was popping these pills secretly behind everyone's back.
This is what they do. You know, she only cried when she got caught. She didn't cry when she was taking those Ozempic pills or whatever the case may be. And then they try to change language. She says she can't change her body shape. Yeah, nobody can change your body shape, but you can change your body weight depending on what you eat. Are you in a caloric deficit or not? Are you working out or not? But she was saying she was working out, giving these young women false hope, and she did it to them. She should be ashamed of herself. But instead of taking responsibility, which I would have said, fine, you took responsibility. We know people cheat, people do stuff. She made it about her and became the victim. Lady, nobody's putting pressure on you about your weight. That only comes from within. I don't care how much I weigh. And if I don't care how much I weigh, that's on me. That didn't have nothing to do with society. So she should be ashamed of herself. But this is what celebrities do. They only cry when they get caught.
Yeah. Riley, your thoughts on this?
Look, I don't really have a problem with someone taking Ozempic. There's been a lot of people in my life, people who I know and love, who have resorted to Ozempic, people who I know work hard. I know they exercise. I know they try and eat right, all the things, who had a harder time losing weight, and they've been able to keep the weight off with Ozempic. So, I mean, you know, not necessarily my cup of tea, but by all means, I guess, as long as, you know, looking at long-term effects and different things. I don't think we know those yet. Again, why I would never participate. And granted, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm active. So I don't have a problem with Ozempic. But just as you all said, I have a problem with deceiving the public, you know, getting people to buy in wholeheartedly into this program, into what she's trying to sell here, which illegal. Again, bottom line.
It's illegal, it's false marketing. You're actually lying. You're making yourself look like you're something you're not. And when they get caught, they cry because they know they've just made themselves look like fools.
She's trying to do is trying to sell something. That's what I have.
Okay, let me try and see if we can finally reach a point of consensus, because not even you, James Barr, surely could say that what Oprah's done here is honourable, has integrity, or isn't anything other than a massive deception.
This is a woman who's had to live with so much shame about her body for her whole life. So she's a victim. And now you are trying to give her more shame. Yeah. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm not being funny, but James Barr, I swear James Barr agrees with every woke, delusional person who ever comes on TV, or anyone who comes out who just speaks something woke or left. He agrees with every delusional thing I've ever heard. We need to stop James Barr. Hashtag stop James Barr.
Horrible trolls.
Wow.
Leave Oprah alone. My God, who
She
cares?
admitted to lying.
Yes, what? She
Oprah was
admitted
being
to
paid
it.
tens of millions.
You're
to
just do
promote
you know what?
Watchers.
No, what this really is that you still are angry at Oprah for destroying your beloved royal family by sitting down with Meghan and Harry, and it's just
Oprah
a lazy
actually,
attack.
Oprah did my first show at CNN. Couldn't have been nicer to me. I've always got on great with Oprah.
What a backstabbing bitch you are. Because
wow. Hey, James, be kind.
I thought he was supposed to be nice.
You're not being kind here.
This is Mr.
Listen,
Kindness.
if you punch down, I will punch back. I will punch back.
Here he is, Mr. Be Kind. You backstabbing little bitch.
Sorry, did you just do a gay impression of me? Because that's very.
I did a James Barr impression.
No, that's how you sound.
I didn't even know you were gay.
That's how you sound.
Sure you didn't.
Your sexuality doesn't interest me.
He would assume.
Finally, I want to end with this. James Bond. Apparently, the person tipped to be the new James Bond is Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is, famously, he's married to a director who is 24 years older than him. He took her name when they got married. He's a kale eater. I mean, all of this is ringing alarm bells to me, I must say. He says, I'm being a feminist. I'm happy to say I'm a feminist. Being a feminist is just believing in equal rights. Man, woman, gay, straight, black, white, we're all in it together. So we got a kale-eating guy with curly hair who took his wife's name. Riley, where do we sit with this?
It's very.
I don't know if this is a good representation of James
traditional
Bond.
views, is it?
But look, hey, I can honestly say I'm not a huge James Bond fan. I don't know if I'm the most qualified to talk on this, but I do know that's not a good representation of who James Bond plays.
The thing is, I obviously, here's the thing, actors are not required to stay in character when they're not on set.
I'm told he's a very good actor.
That being said, I suspect some of his beliefs will filter into the film, because the last James Bond film, Daniel Craig was crying.
Yeah.
So I suspect.
I mean, Brandon, I don't know about you, man, but I'm just not sure I can have a kale-eating James Bond.
Many of the Dutch eat kale, actually. It's quite popular in
gender
the
roles
Netherlands.
so heavily. What's wrong with someone eating kale?
Well, because it suggests they may have vegan tendencies.
What's wrong with that?
Can't have a vegan.
They mean they're soft.
Yeah, I'm not on the
They
vegan
mean they're
road.
soft.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. They mean they're soft.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in a man's man. I don't really like these feminine guys who go out.
No, James is laughing, but it's true. I believe the male should take the woman should take the male's last name. just traditional views. Yeah, like just like the other things they were mentioning, like the feminist stuff. You know, some of the old traditional male views are correct. You know, a lot of people disagree, but you know, a lot of them are true.
God,
they don't
men
seem
too
to be
need fiber.
in any way. They don't seem. I know it's okay to eat fiber. I'm just saying the insinuation that the guy got curly hair, he looked like a softie, and he's trying to play James Bond. There ain't no real man. Listen, even the gentleman on here that calls himself gay, there is no situation that you will find yourself in.
Gay? What is wrong with you? I have sympathy for the people in the comments right now. They're like, what is going on? Why is this guy?
You know, we don't even know actually. Brandon, to be fair, we don't actually know whether this guy is going to be James Bond. One thing we can say with absolute cast iron certainty is that Barbara Broccoli will not be appointing James Barr as the next 007.
Maybe she should.
Because there is a limit to what kind of man's man we want as 007, and it ain't James Barr. Thank you to my panel. That was very lively.
It's also not you, Piers.
We definitely kept it uncensored. And Riley, keep up the great work. Go win that case.
Absolutely.
Let's get some fairness and equality back to women's sport. You've taken a lot of heat for your position on this, and I'm 100% behind you. It is the new form of doping.
Thank you,
It is
Piers.
blatant cheating.
Insanity.
And women's sport and integrity of sport is being destroyed at the altar of wokery and virtue signalling.
Riley,
and you are a shining light of courage. And I
For God's sake.
So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Piers. I agree, it is insanity.
James Barr laughs, but the guy's deluded, absolutely mentally unwell and ludicrous half the stuff he comes out with and agrees with. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Absolutely amazing video. This was great debate. Really glad I watched it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please drop a like and a sub. It'll be greatly appreciated. More content is coming for you guys. I'm in Scotland next week, so I'm going to try schedule as much content as I can. But yeah, thank you ever so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.